So I was joking with friend of the channel 60 with the hashtag 60reviews Optimus Prime, but I'm thinking I could probably use that hashtag myself. So on that note, here's another Optimus Prime. Today we're taking a look at the new Transformers Studio Series Age of Extinction leader class Optimus Prime. Though unfortunately my box is a tad beaten up, though you can see the great new packaging with the bold red Transformers logo front and centre. I know there's been a lot of debate on packaging, but that's nothing new. Moving along. Here we have Prime out of his box with his accessories. Of course he has his obligatory instruction sheet, his sword, arm blade, mounting piece and shield. His sword can be held in either hand. The sword also has a removable handle, and his shield can be pegged onto his forearm. They can both be stored on Prime's back with the use of this adapter. First, lift the roof flap, peg in the adapter, slide the sword in, and peg the shield on top. His arm blade can also peg onto the wrist, though it does leave the hand in an awkward position. This blade can also be stored on the back according to the instructions, but it doesn't work on my copy. I think it's probably a paint tolerance thing, but nor do I care. The shield has another trick to it, whereas you can spread the halves to reveal the cannon below, though unfortunately you have to unpeg each of the halves and then re-peg them in. Hinges here would have been preferable. Let's take a closer look at Optimus in robot mode. From first glance, he looks to be the best transforming representation of the Last Night / Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, released by Takara and Hasbro anyway, especially when compared to figures such as the first edition and standard retail releases from the original Age of Extinction film. He does look great and the proportions are much better in hand and out of that big empty-ish box, though a few dashes of extra paint would go a long way. The upper arms, thighs and chest head area are very plain, and a few bits picked out would make a marked improvement, such as the cables on the thighs. Even a little wash to bring out some of the details would do wonders. Speaking of details, there are heaps of molded details all over this figure. A couple of quote-unquote issues I have, and this isn't a new opinion, is the backpack. It's a semi-folded up cab of the truck just kind of sitting there. Look, I get it, but unfortunately it hides the smokestack details on his back. And speaking of smokestacks, what are those?
What are those?
Due to how he transforms, I get there's faux smokestacks on the back and then real ones on the legs, but they're just hanging out there. It doesn't hurt the figure overall, but it is inaccurate and it is noticeable. Otherwise, Optimus is looking Prime. Do the smokestacks on the legs bother you? Let me know in the comments below. Prime's pretty well articulated too, with a nicely emotive ball-jointed head that allows for decent range and waggle in all directions, pegged and hinged shoulder pads that get out of the way easily, universal soldiers that provide a full...
Universal Soldier.
Come on, man. Universal shoulders that provide a full range. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist hinges and swivels, plus opening hands, movable hip flaps. Not an actual waist swivel, but a below the waist swivel, which is what it is, though the skirts don't move with the legs, so it can look a little odd. Universal hips, thigh swivels, single jointed 90-degree knees, ankle swivel, toe and heel hinges, though they only go down, and an ankle tilt. Pretty decent overall, though I do wish he had a butterfly joint to do two-handed sword poses. Taking a look at some size comparisons, here with Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime, YOLO Park's AMK Pro The Last Night Optimus Prime, and Leader Class Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. Transformation time. First, fold out the blue and red door pieces and fold the entire cab assembly out and out on the grey arm. Unclick the hood section slightly down, fold out and tab in the door sections. Fold down and tab the roof in, fold out the grille from underneath and rotate the entire assembly 180. Lift the chest panel, unpeg the arms and release the arm and cab section. Lift the chest panel up and collapse the ab panel in. Fold up the side hip skirts and then unfold the front wheels. Fold in the cab arm assembly and nest it in this groove. Fold forward the cab and tab it all together. Little squeezing helps. Rotate the arms into a T-ish pose. Fold out these blue panels. Rotate the arms at the bicep 180, then close them in on themselves at the elbow, tabbing in the forearms to the cab panels. Rotate the shoulder pads up and tab them in. Fold together the two arm assemblies and peg them together. They should also be able to tab into the front of the cab. Fold up and tab in the front hip skirt, rotate the waist 180, fold down the feet halves, and rotate the ankles 180 degrees. Then rotate the thighs 90 degrees inward, Untab and unfold the roof/smokestack panels. Fold in and lift the roof panels. Move them forward towards the cab on the grey armature. Fold in the side panels. Unfold the hitch pieces. Now tab the two halves of these sections together. Fold the roof section over the rest of the cab and tab it all in. Fold down the rear wheels and fold out the sides of the truck bed. Close the rear wheels back up, fold the sides forward and tab them in. That, my friends, is a truck. There was some fantastic engineering involved there. Though a slightly flawed robot mode, there sure is some neat engineering to achieve a very tidy truck mode. The only real issue I had is tabbing in the roof section. It may just be a tolerance issue with the front tabs where the roof tabs in, though with a little massaging and the rest tabbed together, it was fine. This is a damn nice truck mode, very neat, almost zero kibble, with the exception of the knees in the truck bed, but that's nitpicking. What a beauty. The weapons can store in this mode, again using the adapter to hold the sword and the shield, tapping them into the hitch, and then the arm blade can store on the side. Again, this is very tight on mine, probably a paint tolerance issue. But what I'd rather see is trailer compatibility. And guess what? The Studio Series 86 trailer looks great towed behind Age of Extinction Prime. Not a perfect match, but pretty good. Now for some truck mode size comparisons, with the aforementioned Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime, shown from a few angles just to get the right scale, Age of Extinction Leader Class Optimus, Age of the Prime's Red Alert, and Animated Motormaster from Legacy. Is this new Studio Series Age of Extinction Optimus Prime good? I think so. I think he has a fantastic truck mode and a good robot mode with a complex but not Revenge of the Fallen Optimus level transformation. Some slight robot mode compromises to end up with a brilliant truck mode is fine in my book. Recommended. That was Transformers Studio Series Age of Extinction Leader Class Optimus Prime. Let me know if you intend on picking him up. Thanks everyone for watching. Please leave a like and consider joining the Patreon or becoming a channel member. Catch you on the next one.